Our next phase of construction began with building a storm shelter, or what Jerry likes to call it, the scaredy hole. We wanted a place that was going to be safe and secure for our guests if there ever was bad weather that would approach, because being 40 feet in the air whenever there's strong winds, possible tornadoes, or lightning, we wanted our guests to have a place that they could go, that they could feel safe. This is also going to be our mechanics room. We're going to have our pressure tank for our well in here. We'll have our main control panel, the breaker box in this area. We're also going to be using it for extra storage. We'll have a half bath. We'll have an indoor shower here. For guests, whenever it's winter, they can come down here and we can keep all of our water warm. We'll have it heated in there. So we'll keep everything nice and safe and secure in the storm shelter. So this was a crucial part of the build, so we wanted to go ahead and get it built first before we began to go up with the tower. Today we are putting the scaffolding up because we are going to set our first cross beam to connect these two poles here. And how we're going to lift that up? Well, we're going to use Jerry's tractor to lift it up. And once we get it up there, we will weld it. Jerry got the concrete poured on our storm shelter slash storage room slash utility room, you name it. That's where we're going to house everything like that. Got covered up. We got 12 inches of snow this coming. So if you was originally thinking, hey, you're not going to be able to lift that up with that tractor and get it all the way up there, but that's what this pole's for. We've got some straps on that beam. We're going to hook it to that pole here and raise it up. So we added a come along. Did you make this yourself?
Yeah.
This whole thing? So you put a come along, attach it to the tractor there and over here, and that just added strength. Keep it from bouncing and all that stuff. And then strap your forks together so they won't bounce. Now you may be saying, why didn't you just go rent one of them fancy, what do they call them, those lifts?
Skylifts.
Skylifts. Well, they're expensive.
Yeah, they buy, and then have them out here. We kind of different stages we got to do. We got to off and on. So we'd have to have it for several days.
Yeah. But Jerry's got a set up here.
We're gonna do it.
So how much sleep did you lose trying to figure out how to build this thing?
Build this thing?
Yeah.
Several nights.
I brought the plans to Jerry and I said, here's what I want to build and can we build it? So I knew if anybody could, Jerry could figure it out. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I was originally going to go with telephone poles, but telephone poles, they have a lifespan limit.
And they're not straight either.
They're not straight all the time. So we found these steel poles, set them in the ground.
8 foot.
8 feet in the ground. So 16 feet up, we're going to be building a deck midways in here. And so Jerry just said, so what we've got is he put a line on this pole and that pole, and those are level. And so what we're going to do then is measure up 16 feet from that line, which will be where our deck platform is, but then we go down 8 inches to where we're going to weld this beam. Because that's the height of that beam, is 8 inches thick, right?
Close.
Okay.
It will actually be down because they're 16 feet based off of this point right there on the ground.
Right,
So
right.
Anyway, we're gonna go up 16, down 2 foot
Yeah,
from
gotcha,
that mark.
gotcha.
On top of that,
So you want me to put it where?
at the top of that, on that beam, rested on
Right, rested on the beam, okay.
14 feet right there.
14 feet from that spot?
Right.
Okay.
Because at 16 feet, that gets us upper 8 inches, down to 8 inches. That's the top of, and there is the top of the floor. Right there is the top of the,
That's the top of the floor?
top of this beam we're fixing to weld.
Right, right,
Top floor is another 8 inches up.
right.
So, a little, 14 feet. That's where the beam will fit. So. Round post. And we
Okay.
got it.
So we measured the distance down here from this post to that one. And then we cut a 2x4 to span that distance, because we need to make sure that we get the steel post. Need to make sure we get it, because it's already been cut. But, you know, as you go up, sometimes the big steel posts, they will maybe not be the distance you need them to be. So in our case, it was a tad bit, I guess, too close. And so the 2x4 pushed them a little bit out to where then when we put this in, it'll be the right distance between these two poles.
Underneath that thing, we just kind of guide it up, and we put us a tagline on it, so we won't get crashed, smashed. That's 5. I got 15 more left,
What's 15?
up and down,
Oh,
for today.
all right. So Jerry says it's time to go up with it.
Okay, we need to.
put a line on here for me to kind of hang on to and kind of keep it balanced. And I'm trying to do it without getting underneath it. And film. I'm running out of line, Jerry. Oh! Okay, I gotta go up now.
I wish it would tagline really well.
It's a little short, but all right, we got it up here.
You there?
Got it up here. I couldn't film it because again, I got my cell phone, so. But we got it up here. So now we got it resting on these 2x4s, and on that side, Jerry welded a tab for it to rest on. So now he's gonna weld it. So our beam, we need to get it sucked in here so we can get it welded. And so we're using a little ingenuity here. Strapping it to this other pole, ratchet strap. Get that sucked in. It's moving. There you go. I think that's going to be about as good as you can get her. You're about 1/8 of an inch from it. You see? Kind of in your way.
Yeah, hit that with a hammer.
We got our first piece on. Took down this scaffolding and we've moved it over here. And now we're going to go to piece number 2 here in just a minute. Jerry's just making all the correct measurements to make sure that we get it in the right spot. Good job. I think it's going to be good on this end as far as.
Hitting, rolled in the right place and everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Of course, I ain't been on that end, but.
I want to crank this thing up a little bit.
All right, so we got our third one up, and now we're on to number 4. I wasn't sure if we'd get all 4 done today, but once we kind of got the hang of it after our first one, got that done, it was probably our hardest because we just weren't sure what we were doing. But now that we've got it figured out, it's going a little bit quicker. Got our scaffolding moved, and so now Jerry's gonna bring his tractor, and we're gonna go right in between here. We're gonna pick up the beam over there, hoist it up, and complete the number 4. Well, we got all 4 braces across there, and again, that's where our deck is going to go. Next thing we're going to do is build some stairs, starting right there. We're going to build a stair system up to that platform where deck's going to go, and then the main cabin is going to go on top of that. As you can tell, it's snowing. We were supposed to get 6 to 12. That's what the weatherman's saying. But so it's starting to snow. We're going to put everything up and head to the house and probably hunker down for the next couple days and stay warm. Because around here, once it snows like this, you don't really get out because the roads aren't clear. So anyway, thanks. Bye.